It's going. Sound is working. Okay, so, where's my script? Hang on. Sorry. Got a little too prepared that I forgot my script. So, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How is everybody doing?
Fine.
So, who's ready to go to the U.S. state of Kentucky? By a show of hands. Who's been to Kentucky? Matt, have you really been to Kentucky, or are you just saying that?
Guys, come on,
KFC doesn't count.
Anybody watching at home, I had just gotten through saying I can hear the KFC jokes rolling around. And yes, we'll talk about KFC. So first we need to talk about everything else. Start with the flag. So you got this blue, navy blue field, Yankee blue, I should say. And you have this little seal that you have right over here, and then you have the banner name, and then you have the wreaths on the bottom, and you have two gentlemen right over here shaking hands, and you have this little motto that says, "United we stand, divided we fall." So what I was told was that the official explanation for these two gentlemen shaking hands is that they represent the frontiersmen over here and the statesmen over here. And it's not pertaining to any specific people. So there's that. And in case any of you are lost, and if you need to look around, any U.S. state flags, here it is. You're in Kentucky. Just in case anybody's lost. And in case you're wondering why it says Commonwealth of Kentucky, you might have noticed this too with other flags. They will say Commonwealth. Is because that's what they used to call U.S. states back then. But that's a whole other story. That could very well be in our brief history. But let's move on to the location, shall we? So here's Kentucky, and it's surrounded by Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. We've pretty much covered the entire map. So it's bordered by a bunch of states, much like other states. And the capital of Kentucky is Frankfort, but the largest city is Louisville. We're going to talk about Louisville in a little bit. And as far as geography is concerned, there are 6 of them. You have mountain regions. You also have the Appalachian Mountains, more specifically, that go from this area right over here all the way down here. And you also have the Smoky Mountains right over there. They're not called Smoky Mountains because they're always barbecuing or anything. No, it's just the mist looks like smoke. Just saying. And as far as the climate is concerned, people have measured this state as having temperatures of 83 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, or to any international audiences, that is 28 to 32 Celsius, because we're Americans and everyone else uses the metric system. But during the winter times, it can be as low as 61 to 69 degrees Fahrenheit for us Americans, and for everyone else, 16 to 21 degrees Celsius. So, in other words, you may want to bundle up during winter. It can snow pretty hard in some places, especially the Appalachians and the Smoky Mountains. So let's talk about some brief history, shall we? So, I don't know if you guys can see this. Miller, Copena, Ohio Hopewell, and all these other territories. And it says right over here on this map, crab orchard culture. It's because there used to be a massive primitive agricultural society in these areas. I don't want to use the word primitive, more like before European settlement came along. But yeah, they had the Iroquois people settling over here, and you had a bunch of people within the subcultures right around here, and you had these little orchard sites. And in case any of you are wondering what an orchard is, it's just basically a farm where you have fruit trees. That's all it is. So what crab orchard culture means, a lot of it has to do with the rivers that have these little river crabs. Yes, crabs can be found in rivers too. So you have all these Native American tribes and nations living in these areas. And this was prior to European settlement. And by the time Europeans had arrived during the 1700s, you already had people from England, France, and the Netherlands settling over here. Also Scotland and Ireland. Kind of topical, seeing as how the name of this video is going to be called Traveling to Kentucky and Making Irish Nachos. Yeah, so I guess you guys are looking forward to that, huh? And as far as where the name Kentucky is concerned, no one knows. No one knows where the name Kentucky comes from. But we think it comes from the Shawnee word Kentucky, which means land of our fathers. That's as far as we know of. And then you have other names from Iroquoian. Then you also have, Algonquin. But the point being is, part of the name means land. But one of the translations is land of our fathers. So we'll never know, right? Mysteries are best left unsolved, right? Maybe. Don't ask. All right, so let's talk about what Kentucky is known for. So we already talked about certain cities. This is one of their main cities, Lexington.
Yeah.
And oh boy, I just realized that Katie Claire is not here because this was going to be a special. This was going to be a special day for Katie Claire because I noticed throughout the entirety of our live streams she has a horse-themed shirt, and the reason why I bring this up is because Lexington is called, get this, the horse capital of the world. And it's because there are so many horse farms and horse racing tracks. And it's also known for being the home of University of Kentucky, which is one of the largest public universities in the country. And, well, I'm not going to say that the Kentucky Derby is here. That's in the next slide. Ready? Lou? Oh, before we move on, it gets nighttime. This is still Lexington. This is what Lexington look like at night.
Very nice.
Very pretty, right?
Yeah.
All right, now let's move on to the next slide. This is Louisville.
Yeah.
Yep, Louisville, which is the largest city in Kentucky. It is also home to the Kentucky Derby. By a show of hands, who's watched horse racing? Just one? All right, that's fine. Oh, so you've watched horse racing too. So there's a very likely chance you've seen the Kentucky Derby. Pretty cool, right? So the Kentucky Derby, the most famous horse race in the world, is housed over here, as we're about to see. But first, it has to be nighttime. I wanted to do this with a lot of cities, show them at night, just so you have an idea. Pretty, right? Anyway, on to the Kentucky Derby. Or Louisville Museum. Whoops. I keep forgetting I make last-minute changes. So, anybody watch baseball?
I do.
Anybody else watch baseball? How about you, Vanessa?
Not much, no.
Okay, so prior to, I think it was the 70s. I think it was prior to the 70s. Yeah, prior to the 70s, all baseball bats were made of wood. And they generally look like this. That is a replica of the Louisville Slugger. It is a very famous baseball known for being very strong. So very likely chance you might have seen Babe Ruth or Jackie Robinson swinging one of these bats. This was long before we started replacing wooden bats with aluminum. Of course, there are some baseball games that do use baseball bats made of wood. I've seen them break off. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, this is a whole museum dedicated to baseball and the use of Louisville Slugger baseball bats. So that's fun. Now are we going to the Derby? Okay, here we go. Yeah, if Katie Claire were here, she would love this. She would seriously love this. A bunch of horses.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Kentucky Derby, to those of you who don't know, it's an annual horse race held in Churchville Downs. It's a racing complex in Louisville. So you'll be seeing a lot of people watching these horses race. It's like NASCAR if it was back to horse racing.
Yeah.
For IndyCar.
Yeah, well, those are cars though.
Hey, listen.
And I think I have pictures of the entrance.
Oh,
So let's move on to the
Right
next
on
slide.
the end.
Oh no, here's the racetrack. So if you were to look from a bird's eye view, you would see the racetrack right over here. It's pretty big. You have the horse racing audience. You have the audience stand right over here. Sorry for the TV. And you also have these little areas where you have horses go over there. And there's like, I think there's a medic bay somewhere. Something like that. So like I said, it's like NASCAR if it was back to horses. Yeah. So, move on to the next slide. Let's talk about sports.
Okay.
So, so this is the Racing Louisville Football Club, but we know it as soccer here in the U.S. I know. Anyone who lives outside the U.S. calls soccer football, but we call that soccer. There's a complicated history, I promise. I'm not going to get into it here. So the reason why I brought up this team is because I wanted something for the ladies. This is an all-women's soccer team based in Louisville. It was founded in 2019, but not many stats yet. So, ladies, cheer on for the team. And I think I have another team on the next slide.
There you go.
Yep. So the Kentucky Wildcats of University of Kentucky. Oh, I forgot to tell you this in the beginning when we were talking about sports. Kentucky does not have any professional sports teams. They have they do have what are called minor teams. They have college teams and all that. So yeah. Anyway, this is one of their teams. So they are based in the city of Lexington, like I said in the beginning. And they have 19 varsity teams, and they have so far, listen here, this is very important, they have won 14 NCAA championships and 26 other national championships. So, yeah, that's a lot of championships.
Yeah, we did.
So their teams include football, basketball, and yes, Shannon, baseball.
Yeah, hockey too.
They don't have a hockey team.
Oh, you know what they did?
Soccer team.
Okay, they do have a soccer team, but they don't have a hockey team. Sorry.
A volleyball team.
Yes, they have a volleyball team. If you can fit sports teams into a single campus, yeah, then you can easily have any of these teams in the varsity teams. But they do have a cheerleading team.
So,
But I don't have pictures of that. Because
so,
we need to move on to food.
you know,
Who likes fried chicken?
I do.
oh, well, don't get me.
You don't like fried chicken?
I do.
One, two. I only saw a few hands raised. Who likes fried chicken?
No.
Chicken with bread or potato?
No, well,
Timothy, you don't like fried chicken? Yes, you do.
Yeah, I like fried chicken.
Too.
And with potato fries, all of it.
Yep. So these are some of the common things you will find in the American South. Kentucky counts as the American South. So here we got fried chicken, and right on under here, I believe they said this was grits. I don't remember. But it's pretty self-explanatory. So, more food. Ready?
Let's see.
Who likes corn pudding?
oh, well, yes.
Yeah, corn pudding. And based on my notes, it says it's a side dish. And it is filled with corn-filled custard, and delights at large family meals, and they're usually served at family dinners, potlucks, and holiday dinners. Yep. Well, we're not done with food, you guys. We're not done.
Oh,
We
you
got more.
did.
Yeah, we got more. Take a look at this. That is called flour pot bread.
Oh, that'd be enough.
Yeah, because if you look here, it's baked in a flour pot.
Oh, interesting.
And it usually comes with your side of regular butter or strawberry butter.
Oh, I thought that was ice cream.
Nope, that's butter.
Oh, interesting.
That is butter. So, one or the other or both. Your choice.
I like the rainbow.
Yeah, and we're not done talking about food, you guys, because we got more.
Okay.
Would you believe me if I told you that they have tacos and burritos?
Oh, there you go.
And Jarritos.
Yep. So
Yeah,
once
for you.
So once upon a time, Latinos started coming over to the United States of America. They settled in some of the most unlikeliest of places. Kentucky was one of them. So yeah, they ended up bringing their traditions with them, tacos and burritos, and jarritos.
I like the burritos.
So a show of hands, who likes burritos?
I do.
Chicken burritos.
Yep. I don't know about you guys, but my favorite is California burrito.
Oh, baby.
Beef, French fries, all the good stuff.
I like the pastor.
Oh yeah. And we're almost done with food. Let's talk about one more. Who's hungry for lemon cake?
Lemon pie.
Sorry, shake your lemon bread. So yeah, that's lemon bread. So it is a double crusted, intensely tart sweet pie filled with faintly bitter, paper thin slices of whole lemon.
Oh.
Yeah, so
So.
when you guys are done eating, you can easily have your dessert right over there. So yeah, we gotta move on to famous people because I know you guys have been waiting for this. Who recognizes this gentleman right here?
Oh, this is
Yeah,
Oh.
face of KFC, Colonel Sanders himself.
Right.
He passed away.
Yeah, I know, I heard that.
It's sad.
Mhm. So, ladies and gentlemen, his real name was Harlan David Sanders.
Whoa.
He was born in 1890, passed away in 1980. So yeah, and the man was the founder of the KFC restaurant chain, and it was first opened in the city of Louisville. And it was, but he was originally from Indiana, but he came to Kentucky. And just so you guys know, he may be called Colonel Sanders, but that has nothing to do with the military. Nothing. It's just an honorary title that he was given. That's it. But before his death, he used what money he had left to start up charities in Canada. And he ended up being honored at a children's hospital where there's an entire hospital wing named after him. Yeah, one of the charities that he opened is called the Colonel Harlan Sanders Charitable Organization. It's a hospital-based organization. So the man was a philanthropist. At the same time, he was a businessman. I think I have more slides of him. Do I? There you go. Every time you buy a bucket of KFC, his face will always be on the cover. So what do we got here? What do we got here? Fried chicken, French fries, and I don't know what kind of sauce that is. Okay, that makes sense that it's barbecue over here, but I don't know what this is.
Mustard.
Is it?
Mustard, honey sauce, I think.
What is that, like barbecue ranch or something?
I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, it could be. And we're
hungry.
yeah.
I want that big bucket.
Those are chicken strips.
Yeah.
Make you hungry.
Yeah. So let's talk about more people. Who recognizes this man? Who is that?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Muhammad Ali. His real name was Cassius Clay, and he was from the city of Louisville. Born in 1942, I remember the story that he passed away back in 2016. A great fighter, and he fought well. So he was originally he was a significant boxer in his time, one of the most famous, and I have some numbers right here. Listen up. He has been in 61 fights, and of them, he has won 56, and 37 of them was wins by KO, and only lost 5 times. And some of the nicknames you probably might remember him by: the greatest, the People's Champ, or the Louisville Lip.
Yeah.
Why he was called the Louisville Lip? Oh, he can trash talk anybody. If you watch his interviews about his fight with George Foreman, oh, he loved to trash talk, and he can rhyme it too. Yeah, he loved to rhyme. He loved to. He liked to smack down verbally. Yep, he was a great legend. May he rest in peace.
Oh, where did he die from?
I believe it was
Hey, Jimmy.
what's that?
No,
Parkinson's, I believe.
Oh, it's
I
sad.
think he died from Parkinson's. But yeah,
It's sad.
rest in peace, Muhammad Ali. Let's move on to the next slide. Oh, does anyone recognize this famous picture? Yeah, that was one of his famous fights. There was, I think it was against Foreman or Frazier. It was one of those two. My research was not very helpful, but yeah, this is one of the most famous pictures you'll find of Muhammad Ali. As he knocks out his opponent, he's beating his chest, proud that he won that fight. Yeah, so a lot of boxers don't get the same recognition as Muhammad Ali. Not if you're not careful, but let me just say right now, let me explain how influential he was. As I was having this conversation with other people, he influenced the likes of Bruce Lee. And if you watch some of the documentaries about Bruce Lee, they will tell you that he recorded so many fights with Muhammad Ali. He has so many film reels that he would study the footwork of Muhammad Ali. So that would, later on, he would incorporate to his martial arts called Jeet Kune Do, Way of the Intercepting Fist. So let's talk about demographics, shall we? Oh, not yet. Here's a mural. Here's a painting of Muhammad Ali someone made. What do you guys think? Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's talk about demographics. So here's the physical map of Kentucky. You have these mountain ranges right over here. Down here, Cumberland Mountains. Here's Lexington, the largest city. Here's Louisville, the largest city. Lexington, a popular city, and Frankfurt over here. So you have these flatlands, these plains. You have prairies over here, and a couple of lakes right over here. Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley. So as of 2020, there are over 4 million people living in Kentucky, with most of them living in Louisville. And the most common ancestries are English, German, and Irish, with most people claiming to be of Irish descent. I fit nowhere in those categories, as usual. So let's conclude today's class, shall we? Carmen's favorite part, but there's no expiration date. So no need to call the Kentucky DMV. So you have Kentucky right over here, and Katie would love this, because if you look closely up here, there's a horse.
Oh, yeah.
There's a horse way up here. The bluegrass state. It's called that because of bluegrass music. And you have Unbridled Spirit, kind of like a horse. A tiny little map of Kentucky, and this is obviously in Fayette County. So there's that. So anyway, in conclusion, before anyone can talk about Kentucky, I can hear the KFC jokes.
I did.
I can see them from a mile away. I can see them from the other end of the galaxy. But there are things that you can find in Kentucky that meets the eye. So whether you're talking about famous boxers or you're talking about the Kentucky Derby, whatever the case may be, just keep an eye out. You don't know what you're going to find. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see you on the road. You're welcome. And I guess you guys are up for Irish nachos. See you guys.
How he died.
nachos. Let me go get my kitchen helper.
I know what to do.
Alrighty, so today we're gonna make Irish nachos. I did a lot of the prep work already. Actually, Martha did a lot of the prep work for me already because this contraption scares me. This is a mandolin. We used it to cut up these potatoes. So today we're using, I got a bag of the russet potatoes. These are the ones you usually get when you're making baked potatoes. So they're brown. So after you get them, you have to wash them really good because they're covered in a lot of dirt. So you make sure that they're nice and washed, and then you're gonna slice them, and you're gonna put them through the mandolin like this. And you're just gonna slice them. It's not as hard as it looked. So let's see. This blade is very sharp. So you can cut it with a mandolin, or you can cut it with just a regular knife. Mandolins are a little faster. So you're gonna cut them until they're about that thick. So, and then after you cut them to that thickness, you're gonna wanna dry them off with a paper towel. Potatoes have a lot of water in them, so you're gonna wanna take the potatoes and dab out the extra water just because you're going to put olive oil on them, or any kind of oil, whatever you prefer on them. And you have to make sure that the oil sticks. Oil and water doesn't mix. Come on, Tiff.
But oil and that would stick?
Oil and water do not stick.
No, but the other oil, the other thing you said.
Yes.
You need an extra pair of help?
I think that we got it over here. I think these gloves are the same size. So we're gonna wear gloves. We're gonna be handling everybody's food here. We're gonna have our taste testers.
Yeah.
We have some taste testers in our audience. They
I know
will
what
get
you
to try our concoction today.
Is that a new thing?
This?
Jillian, I never saw that before.
This is actually Linda's.
Okay.
So they were nice enough to let us borrow this today. So I'm gonna do the sharp part.
Yes.
Because I don't want you to get hurt. I'll be very sad.
I would be too.
I'm doing it, Linda. Look.
What is that called that you're using?
It's a mandolin.
Mandolin.
Well, it looks like a sleigh.
It does look like a sleigh.
It looks like it, but it's not.
Right.
Mandolin.
So it's, what is it, German nachos?
Irish nachos.
Oh, Irish.
Irish
Ah.
nachos.
They come from Ireland?
So if you go to any pubs, usually you can, why is it not? I spoke too soon. If you go to any like Irish pubs, sometimes they have these there. It's one of my favorite things to order when I go to, there's a Hennessy's in Laguna Beach. There's also one in Dana Point.
There is?
They have good food there.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
So we go there for breakfast and for lunch sometimes. During the Whale Festival, we go there for lunch. And we have I have my Irish nachos.
That's crazy that I've been in Dana Point so long and I didn't even know.
I haven't been in Dana Point a long time.
I don't know if that's going to get cut one more time. Let's try it.
Oh, they come from Ireland?
Yeah, I guess this is I guess it's an Irish thing. I don't know. Sometimes things are called certain things and you go there and
They're not
like
there.
fortune cookies. You will not find fortune cookies in China.
Really?
But you
No.
will find them in America
Uh-huh.
in Chinese food restaurants. It is a American tradition. It is
Oh
not
my
a
God, I
Chinese
never
tradition.
seen.
Wow,
That's
I
kinda
thought
weird.
they're called Chinese
One thing I
cookies.
knew
Oh,
for
this
sure.
It's like these ones a lot thinner.
Did you change the setting?
I didn't.
We probably should have changed the setting.
Huh.
Well, she learned something new.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know. They look like they'd be tasty. We'll set those aside
From now.
for now. They're not going to work for us today.
Mhm.
So we're all done with this. I'm going to move this out of the way over here so that we have more room here to do our thing.
Yep.
So I used a towel so that it didn't slip around on the table. Got it. Safety first, everybody.
Tasty.
So now you're going to take we have our olive oil here.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to pour some of the olive oil. It says to brush them with olive oil and sprinkle garlic salt on them.
Uh-huh.
When I make potatoes at home, I put the olive oil in a container, like a bowl, and then I throw what I'm cooking in there, toss it with the olive oil and the garlic salt so it gets nice and coated. Works a lot better.
Or you mix them with your hands.
And mix it with your hands, exactly.
I think that would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
That's easier, better.
Yeah.
So we're going to, this pan's already ready.
That's good that you have a pan that's already.
I know. So I got a cookie sheet.
Yeah.
I put some foil on it.
Uh-huh.
I preheated my oven to 450 degrees. It's very hot.
Uh-huh.
It's making it very hot in the kitchen.
So
I'm dying in here. So I'm gonna just put a little more olive oil. You can add more as you go. And then this is garlic salt. It's garlic salt with coarse ground parsley. So
Oh, wow, I never heard of that.
I use this a
before.
lot at home.
Oh,
So here we
You
are.
shake it through the hole.
shake it through the hole.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it was. So
So
I'm
you
just
use
gonna
a
put.
little bit, little couple dabs.
Yeah. We'll just, okay, go ahead and toss some in there. And then we'll just kind of stir it around. Potatoes start turning brown pretty, go ahead and put more. Potatoes start turning brown after you cut them, kind of like an apple.
Uh-huh.
If you put lemon juice on it, it's.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the same for,
I wonder too.
I think if we had put the olive oil on it, maybe it would have kept them from.
Oh
Turning brown
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
That's true. You got a good point there.
Look like you're making scalloped potatoes.
Yeah, real.
That's actually one of my
That's
favorite
mine
things.
too.
I get so excited when I go places
what
and
is
there's
scalloped
scalloped
potatoes
potatoes.
really made out of?
There's thinly sliced potatoes, kind of like this.
Uh-huh.
Like a potato chip.
Oh,
And it
okay.
has like cheese and all your.
Just
Oh,
smothered
okay,
in
okay,
cheese on
okay.
top.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good. You could probably put some more in there. Get rid of this excess oil on here.
There's a bomb. You would love them.
All right, so these look nice and coated.
Uh-huh.
You got their nice
They got
Coating
whatever
front-
they got coated
top and
on.
bottom of oil. I'm just kind of looking, making sure that there aren't any dry ones.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to put them on the sheet,
Okay.
kind of like that. You want to go? Keep going? Sure. So you're gonna just line them up on the sheet.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to bake them for 20 minutes. While they're baking in the oven,
Uh-huh.
we'll do the other steps. You have to flip them also. So we're really going to be baking for a little while.
So you have to flip them again over and over a little bit?
Yeah, just so that they cook them both
Oh,
sides.
okay, okay.
And so they cook evenly.
Yeah.
And then
You
it'll
won't
be an
get
even
something and
taste.
it's not
Mhm.
cooked all the way. It'll make you sick.
You don't want to get sick.
No, I don't want you guys to get sick.
Uh-uh.
Just filling in some
Yeah,
holes here.
for a week.
Looks like I'll be able to make a couple batches here.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to squeeze as much on here as possible.
Yeah.
All right. You take my oily hand and wipe it off. I don't want to waste too many gloves here.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
So I'm going to place these here
Careful.
in the
Careful,
oven.
we're getting burned, don't
Oh,
know.
Oh,
be
use
careful.
mitts. I think you want to use a mitt or something.
There we go. I'll use them at 1 week.
Okay.
Pull them out.
I want you to burn yourself.
So now
Yeah?
we're gonna do the next step. Why don't you go ahead and keep
Adding.
adding them in there and coating them all really good. And then we'll put foil. Then when we are done coating everything really good, we'll put foil on this pan and we'll
Put that
stick
back
that
in.
in the oven. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to grate some cheese. It called
Ooh.
for sharp Irish
Uh-huh.
sharp cheddar cheese. I looked all over my grocery store,
Mhm.
didn't find Irish cheese
Anywhere.
anywhere.
I think
Oh,
it's a special.
So and I went
You
this
like it
morning, so there weren't a lot of
whenever
people for me to
you're
ask. So we are just going to go with another recipe
Oh, sure.
that I just called for regular
I love
regular
shredding.
cheddar, sharp cheddar cheese.
I love shredding cheese.
I do too. It's relaxing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, to me, that's
Sure
what it
is.
It keeps you relaxed.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, sharp things frighten me.
Really?
So I
Really?
had this weird little fear of cheese graters. I was always afraid I was gonna
Cut yourself?
cut my knuckles.
Oh,
So-
you're afraid?
Yeah, I was scared.
Ah,
But at my last work, my old boss kind of gave me a hard time, and she said, "If you don't know how to cut things, you're never gonna find a man."
Getting down to the wrong level.
Wow.
So I said, "Okay, fine.
fine, I'll do it.
I'm not gonna have that.
I'll be brave."
That's kind of straight to the point.
That's
Yeah.
right to the point. I don't know why they said that.
Wow.
Wow.
So I have my grater here. I have my cheese here, and we are going to just
Great,
grate some cheese. So this is kind of when you're in the kitchen
Uh-huh.
with other people all the time to sit and have a conversation,
Or talk or
talk
whatever.
about your future plans,
Yeah.
your hopes and dreams,
Or whatever.
whatever. Yeah, your favorite things to
Cartoon
eat,
things or
favorite
favorite-
cartoons,
Favorite.
TV shows. If you guys
And favorite
watch a
music.
TV
favorite
show that is in
hobbies.
common,
Or
you
music.
guys can be like, "Oh my gosh, did you see what happened on
So-and-so?
Lost last night?"
I don't know.
And then you'd be
Or
like,
your
"Yeah, can you believe it?
Yeah.
There,
Or your
this is
favorite,
ready.
or your
Isn't
favorite
that
rock
something?
band.
Your favorite rap group, yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever. Whoop, runaway potato.
Runaway potato.
They don't like me.
Uh-uh.
They want the pan. That's what they're saying.
They want the pen, not you.
Do you? Oh, you know what we didn't do? You know what we didn't do is set a timer.
Oh, that is bad.
That we do.
That's bad.
That we need, guys.
We need that real well. I'm glad there's a timer on there.
Yeah.
You don't have to use the timer thing.
All right. I did it.
Yay!
I
Yay.
didn't have to ask for help.
Yay!
Yay.
So those are all coated. Do you want to go ahead and get the foil is in that drawer right behind you?
This one?
Yes.
Right there, the Reynolds thing.
That one right
That
there.
one, yeah.
Oh.
Just gonna give this a little wipe.
A little wipe down. Just take one.
Go ahead and just close this up. Clear this off. There you go. So you're gonna just lay it down on top of the pan and just press it down so that all the corners are covered. And any of the extra just gets folded over. And then you can go ahead and coat that one. Okay? Or coat that one.
Whatever.
You know what I
Doing a good job.
mean.
She's doing a good job.
She's doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So nobody here's had Irish nachos, huh?
No, and I'm Irish. That's funny.
Well, I'm not Irish either.
I'm kind of.
I'm
not
Irish.
Irish either.
I'm mixed.
I'm mixed. I'm part Irish.
Are you part Irish? And you don't know what Irish nachos are?
I never had them.
You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
like a flat baked potato.
Oh.
Do you guys like baked potatoes?
I like
Yeah, I
the potatoes.
love
I never
baked
heard of them
potato.
before. I never heard of
Do you
Irish.
guys like green onions and sour cream on them?
Yeah.
I like
Then you're gonna love
green
these.
onions, but I'll eat them, but I never heard of like that before.
I
I
have.
like onions.
You don't like onions?
No.
All right, we won't put onions on yours.
Yours will be onionless.
Do you like green onions?
No.
No, no onions.
And
You don't like onions, period.
She doesn't
No
like onions at
onions,
all.
period.
I'll have a little onions. I like onions.
All right, so we have,
That whole cheese has to be the.
Let me help you grate some more cheese.
I think I got
You can get it all out. That is.
Get a knife
There
and
you go.
up
So
there.
Wow.
beautiful shredded cheese.
Woohoo!
Now, I read that you can use pre-shredded cheese, except they put something in pre-shredded cheese to keep it from clumping. So it actually keeps the cheese from melting as good as you want it to.
I love cheese.
It does look good,
It
doesn't it?
looks good grated. I like
So
grated
this
cheese.
should be,
Is that
there
enough? Or
should
do
be
you need
enough
more?
cheese, but if we need more, we'll grate.
Lisa,
Fling
calm
in cheese.
down.
She's flinging the cheese and I
I'm
was
flinging
the
cheese.
She's not gonna give you a cheese
You're
to
the
taste.
potato, you're the potato person, she's the cheese person.
She's
It's for the kitchen, Lisa. It's not for you to taste.
So
You're the potato person.
Not for you to taste, Lisa.
you'll have plenty of cheese, don't you worry.
Oh, good.
Right?
All right,
All right.
thank you.
So the next thing we're going to cut up here
Cilantro.
it's actually green onions.
Oh, green. Oh,
Oh,
kind of what they
okay,
put on
okay.
top before they put the sour.
Oh,
After they put the
yes.
sour cream.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh,
that's
that's
it.
nice, I didn't know
Gotcha.
about that.
So the thing about green onions
You're welcome.
is that you have to wash them really good
With water, in warm water?
with water. So, and I have not washed these yet, so I'll show you.
Does it have to be warm water?
So this is what they look like. And as you see, they're hollow inside. So that's a lot of room for little
Something.
dirt and bacteria to
Ew.
get.
Do you
So-
wash them all the time?
Whoops, it went on your shirt or your.
I don't know where it went. Run away. Run away.
It went on the
Oh,
floor,
it's
right there.
It's on the floor.
Right there.
Behind Julian,
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
that's the tiny one.
Just stay there.
Just stay there.
Yeah,
Look at it. Look
Yeah.
at it.
Rubber band.
Falling.
Yeah, this is the rubber band, nothing
When
bad.
someone say wash food, I'm thinking they mean soap and water.
No, you don't want to use soap. Sometimes there's like a vegetable wash you can
Yeah.
get,
Uh-huh.
or like a fruit wash with a spray.
Uh-huh.
But you don't need soap. You just rinse it.
I've seen the vegetable spray on when I go shopping.
Yeah.
And I knew exactly what they are because I could see it on TV too.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
All right.
Makes it easier instead of using that. Take it
Give
all
it a shake.
out.
Shake and bake.
You know what the cool thing is about green onions is after you cut them, you
Uh-huh.
can actually plant them back in the ground.
And
Oh, really?
You can.
I didn't
See
know
the
that.
I didn't know that.
So after we're done with these, we can plant them in our garden and see if we get more green
Oh,
onions.
that'll be
I didn't know that. I didn't know
That'd
that's
be
something
neat.
new.
I'm looking
So-
forward to that.
You probably don't need all these.
Maybe half.
I don't know. Maybe.
It just depends how much you plan on putting on there.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna probably put them a little bit thinner than that.
Just watch your fingers.
Don't cut your fingers.
Luckily I have long nails,
Yeah,
so.
don't cut your fingers because you have no nails.
That's true.
If you have no nails, you're in trouble.
Okay, so these kind of onions, when you cut them, it doesn't burn your eyes.
They don't?
That's why I
Don't
love
make
that
you
kind.
cry.
I like these
They
ones
don't burn
better.
your
than
eyes, they don't make you cry when you're cutting them, which is nice. But you're gonna
I
just
don't
cut them into small pieces.
I don't like the regular ones, the white ones that make you cry.
Oh, I know.
I don't like them. They
I
make
know, me
sad.
either. But you know what? They taste so good when they're grilled.
I
Oh,
know.
yes.
Well, you know,
But it makes me
onions,
sauteed.
sad with the. if I
you
do
grill
regular ones,
onions
it'll
in
make
your
me sad.
food, it gives it flavor. And it
Mhm.
tastes so good.
It
It
does.
needs the flavor.
So little pieces, just tiny itty bitty, nothing that's really gonna make,
A big deal.
you know what, they do make your eyes burn a little bit.
Oh, really?
I didn't know
I've
that.
never had that happen.
I've
I
never
use
seen
these a
that.
lot and they've never,
Hi, Christy.
hi,
I'm just watching.
we're making Irish nachos for live stream.
Irish nachos.
Nice.
So we're
It's
cutting
funny, I'm part Irish and
green
I've never
onions.
heard of
I'm
it.
not Irish rat.
Oh, that's
I'm part
funny.
Irish, too.
I am
Well,
too.
I'm a Harvey, so I'm kind of Irish.
Half
I'm
Irish,
Irish.
half
No,
Irish,
it's not
half
accent.
Italian.
Yeah.
Both and
So-
both. You too?
Yeah.
Oh my
Telling
God.
them that you
Not
can
me,
just
not
plant
me.
these back in the ground, get more green onions.
Wow. I never heard that before.
So I'm only gonna cut a little bit because it's really just to put a little color on your
Okay.
food. It's not
Yeah.
really anything to add
Flavor.
too much flavor. And because it is in fact burning my eyes, maybe because there's no ventilation in this.
Yeah.
And it's very hot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Now one more thing goes on this.
What is that?
Bacon.
Bacon?
It calls for
Ooh.
pre-cooked bacon. I cooked some bacon.
You cut them too? A little bit?
I set it aside so no one would steal it. So
You cut them in small pieces?
you're gonna cut it into tiny little pieces. You can get, if you're lazy, you can get bacon bits
Mm-hmm.
Or turkey bacon.
or turkey bacon.
Oh,
You get
yeah.
turkey
I
bacon.
love turkey bacon.
I've seen turkey bacon. They make them. They're really good.
Yeah.
I love turkey bacon.
What's the difference between turkey bacon and maple?
Turkey's
Bacon.
made with turkey, bacon's made with pig.
Pigs.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how it is.
Trying to avoid using the pig, right?
They'll get turkey
And
bacon from
and
the
turkey
turkey.
bacon's supposedly better for you.
You can't
Oh,
really
it's
tell
just
the
like
difference.
turkey
It just
burgers,
tastes the
right?
same to me.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. The turkey bacon isn't as salty.
Yeah.
As the
The
regular
maple
bacon.
bacon, yeah, it's
Regular bacon
really.
is a little salty.
Yes, it is.
I think turkey bacon might be a little bit better for you.
Yeah.
It's always the stuff that doesn't taste as good.
Let's put it that way.
So we're gonna just keep chopping up this bacon.
Chop, chop, chop.
You can cook bacon in a lot of different ways. You can cook it in the oven.
Uh-huh.
You can cook it in the microwave.
Mhm.
You can cook it on the stove.
Mhm.
It tends to be pretty greasy. when you cook it on
Oh,
the stove.
wow. I get you.
Oh yeah, the
That's
whole
kinda-
house will
that's
be
the
smell
greasy.
like bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon is greasy.
I like the whole house smelling like bacon.
So do I.
So we will just finish that up. That should be
Enough.
enough for everybody. That's another one of those things where it's just a little bit.
And just
I
a little
honestly
taste.
didn't. I honestly didn't think this many potatoes were going to come out of that bag.
Mhm.
So
Potatoes shock you.
Is it ready?
they're frying.
Yay!
Potatoes will show you how many you really get.
Aren't you supposed to dip the cheese before you put them in the oven?
No.
No.
Oh, that's not
So-
till after.
We'll flip them in
Mhm.
8
Oh.
minutes,
Yeah.
and then we'll sprinkle some cheese on them,
Uh-huh.
and then put them back in the bacon, and we'll put them back in the oven. Let it all melt down and heat together.
For like how many minutes? Maybe like
Maybe like 5.
5
She
minutes?
burned
That's
everything.
fine. That's perfect.
I'm pretty sure that I'll end up burning something because it is in my
That's how
fashion.
hot it is.
It is in my fashion to mess up at least once.
Yes,
That's why
yes,
it's always
yes,
good
yes.
to have a plan B.
I plan B that one.
I'm not going to do that again, Beth.
Nuh-uh.
So we'll take the ones that we're not using
And you plan them
and we'll
again?
put them. Did I throw the bag away?
No.
No, it's right there.
Right there.
Oh, here it is.
Garlics.
So I'll rubber band them back together. What else can we make with green onions?
Green chili?
Can't you make cilantro with it?
No, cilantro is a plant.
Oh,
You can put them on eggs.
You can put them on eggs.
On egg. When you make an egg, you can make an egg
you
sandwich.
can put them on pasta, can't you? Or like.
Green onions?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Some people like
I
it. some
haven't
people
heard
don't.
of too much.
Yeah, it's kind of
Using
like
them.
a garnish, so I'm not really sure. So while things are cooking, I always like to kind of start cleaning up my mess.
Uh-huh.
It makes cleanup after, when you're completely done,
Easier.
so much faster and so much easier. Because otherwise, you're in the
Working
kitchen.
with a mess.
You're in the kitchen for hours cleaning up. So we're
You're gonna work
gonna
with a mess,
clean up our mess here.
right?
Yeah, I don't like working in a mess.
No,
I wouldn't
I
know
don't.
it if you saw my office,
Oh.
but that's all because I don't spend enough time in there. So
Can you take the tray?
yeah, you want to take the trash?
Sure.
That'd be great. There you go.
Any other trash I can use for me?
I think we're all done with the knives, so we'll wash the knives.
Out.
Now, when you're washing knives, you want to make sure that you're holding them
Down.
down. And you want to make sure that you're very
Blade.
careful with the blades and the edges.
Uh-huh. You can use like a scrubber.
Thank you very much.
If you don't have one, you just buy
Yeah, use scrubbers, a little bit of soap. Should you wash your dishes in cold water or hot water?
hot
Hot water. So hot that you're like, ow!
water. Not burning hot.
Not burning hot.
Just hot.
That's hot
that.
enough.
Tell me what you guys are doing. Good.
Good, how are you?
We're learning how to make
Irish.
You make the Irish nachos.
We're on live stream making Irish nachos.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
For all your friends at home. Today's gonna feel more like you're here with us.
You're
We're
not
chatting in the
enough.
background and kind of taking our time with this one,
Yeah.
hanging out and visiting.
Mhm.
I'll dry those. I'm not gonna leave them in the dryer because they're the dish.
We're destroying the blade, right?
Well, I just don't want them out.
That way.
So I'm gonna
That's for
finish
safety,
washing
right?
them for
Safety.
safety, yeah. I'm gonna
Then we'll
finish
put them
washing
back in the
them,
drawer.
Did I
and
make
then
you
I'm
all
gonna dry them.
You make me a little hungry.
We're going to dry them.
So you forgot the cheddar cheese, which was making the cheddar cheese. No, you forgot that part.
But dry them really nicely. And then these knives are really cool because they actually have these
Covers.
Covers, and you don't have to use them.
so you don't have to worry about stabbing yourself.
Good. Then you can put them right back in the bin.
That's the way
in
for
the-
counting.
in the-
That's the good one when you guys go camping.
Goes that far.
Then you put them back in the drawer later.
Yep, and then we'll put them back in the drawer as soon as we're finished here, as soon as they're nice and dry.
Everything has to be nice and safe.
Whenever you go into a knife drawer, you always have to be really, really careful
Careful.
with your hands because there's always something
blade.
in there
That
that can cut you. Like this a little bit ago, when I was grabbing the knives, I accidentally poked myself with
The knife,
the
knife,
Killer.
or blade.
blade for the blender. So if I poke myself with a blade from the blender, should I leave it in there and just go wash my hand, or should I take the whole blade out and wash it?
Take
Yeah.
the whole blade out
Take
and
the whole
wash
blade
it.
out and wash it. So that's what I did. I took the whole thing out.
But would
I
you
washed
bleed
it
it?
really good. You know what's fun? It's just a tiny little cut. You can barely. It's almost like a monkey hook cut.
Okay,
Barely even notice it.
So it wasn't bleeding that much.
No, just a little bit.
Oh,
That's good. Not too
that's
bad.
not bad.
I'll survive.
You'll survive.
I'll survive. So
Make those-
we're almost done here. 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
They're looking a little golden brown here.
Well, that's good, right?
Is there another Otis? Or maybe I want to put it down on something so we can turn it over. Here, we'll do these hot pans here.
You can turn
So
them
I can
over.
turn it over where you guys can see. So let's just say we're making baked potatoes.
Uh-huh.
What are some things you could put on baked potatoes?
Butter.
Butter,
Sour cream.
Sour cream,
Cheese.
cheese,
Chives.
chives,
Chili.
Chili.
Chili. Some people put like diced ham.
like ham. I
Yeah.
never seen that before.
Diced
I
ham.
haven't either.
I never have anyone put ham on
I
that
heard that.
regard. But I've seen people put like chili on them.
My other workshop
Never had
where I was
ham.
at, we
Never
were taught how to make them.
Baked potatoes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like.
we
baked
actually
potatoes.
got hands on. The clients did. I'm like, oh, how lovely is that?
Is it? Do they taste good with a little bit of ham in them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was just wondering.
People like them different styles.
Yeah.
Yeah, potatoes really taste good with almost anything.
Okay.
I think the only thing they don't taste good with is like fruit.
Fruit.
No.
No.
Yeah,
Don't
or
put fruit in
pancakes.
That's
Or
not
pancakes.
good.
Hot sauce.
Well, but you eat hash browns with pancakes.
But
There's
can
so
you-
many
Yeah.
different ways to make potatoes.
Can you put hot sauce, a little bit of hot sauce, just a little hot sauce after you're done with them?
You could.
Okay. Okay,
Just a little.
just a dab, just a
Just a little
dab.
bit dab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could put a little dash of hot sauce.
yeah. Or paprika.
So
whatever you have.
there's, hash browns, Irish nachos, baked potatoes,
French
scalloped
fries.
potatoes, French fries.
Whatever.
There's really
Tater tots.
potato salad. Oh
Yeah.
Tater
my
tots.
favorite.
Yeah.
You're making me hungry.
I love
Cheese on
potato
them.
salad.
Yes.
Better.
I'll like that.
Delicious.
Delicious.
So, yeah, that's
That's all
really, it is
The
the
ingredients that
type
you
of
put on
food
them.
that you could really serve with anything.
Like with chicken,
Chicken,
steak,
you have mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
gravy.
Yeah.
And we can say with a turkey.
We could go on and on about how to make potatoes.
Oh,
Yeah, potatoes, what to eat them with.
Yes.
What do you think? You think those are ready to get flipped?
They look good. They look pretty
I
good.
think these are getting just about ready to flip. Let's
Yes.
Just
Take
be
them out.
careful, please.
Just be careful with your hands.
be careful. I'll be careful.
Yeah, yeah. They
Ooh.
look good. They look good.
Let's see here.
They look good.
Spatulas and ladles.
Capture on ladle.
Spatulas and
Spatula.
ladles. Let's see what these look like on the cover.
Uh-oh, did they get, oh no. Oh,
I think they need more time. This one doesn't.
It's done.
That one's done. It's thinner.
That's
Ooh,
done.
they smell good.
They smell good. I can smell them. They smell really good.
All right. They need more time. They're going back in.
Too soon.
Going back in for another.
They're going back in.
Too
How
soon.
much? How many more minutes, Ken?
I don't know. It said 20 minutes, but my goodness.
You have to do them all for another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
If you have to
No,
go back
well,
in.
we have to, yeah. So
Let them sit there.
it's gonna be a very long live stream. Go get a snack
They come back.
and come back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very long one.
Get a nice drink of water. Stay hydrated. Is it hot outside today?
Yes.
It was hot this morning. I walked out to the buses. It was very hot
I know I
already.
walked out to the band this morning. I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah,
it's already
too
hitting.
hot.
Yeah.
I'm very. I'm looking
There
forward.
We need a bunch of hot. We need a bunch of water. A lot of water when it's hot.
5 minutes. I think five.
5
minutes,
minutes.
guys. What do you think?
You do it?
5 more minutes,
Yes. 5 more
and
minutes.
then we flip them.
Again.
Okay, these guys have lunch at 11:45.
Me, I don't care. I don't need to rush to my lunch.
Up to them.
Are you having me hand them back over? Linda's trying to steal my friends from me.
I want to stay.
Okay, they could eat lunch like at noon, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you guys could always go and come back after you're done.
No, I'm fine.
I can bring you some when it's done.
I'm
Uh-huh.
hungry.
You're making everybody
Everybody is sitting here staring at me because they want some Irish nachos.
hungry.
But it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a late start on live stream today. We had a little bit of some technical difficulties. Got locked out of our computer.
Some boxes did come in, so there is a little bit of work.
Got a little bit of work today. That's good news. Yeah. So, how do you like your baked potatoes, Linda?
Oh, everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Chili, cheese,
Well,
green onions,
not the
cream?
chili, but sour cream,
Cilantro.
green onions,
Cilantro.
chives,
Cilantro.
sure,
And also you can put that green
butter,
that
Cheese.
green stuff.
cheese.
The green, the ones that I don't like, the green. They like
Let's try.
avocado.
Oh, you don't like avocado?
I don't like avocado.
I love it. Oh,
You can put avocado.
I could eat a whole one to myself.
Me too.
I
You
never
like
liked it.
avocado?
You don't like
No,
avocado?
I do now, but I never liked it before I came to California.
Oh, wow.
And it's like on everything, so you gotta
And now you like it.
I have a bit of an obsession with avocado.
Uh-huh.
It is one of my favorite things to eat.
Mhm.
I like it on everything. Avocado toast.
On bread or
I
whatever.
make guacamole constantly.
Yeah. Some people like that.
Ooh.
I don't like
Guacamole.
avocado
either.
You don't like avocado?
I love it.
I love it.
What is green that you do? You like broccoli?
No. Oh my goodness.
She's very picky.
She's very good.
Lisa does not like things that are green. Do you like?
I like salad.
She likes salad.
That's green. So that's a good thing. I like that.
Do you like spinach?
Yeah.
Do you like
Okay.
asparagus?
I don't like
I like
spinach.
baby spinach.
Do you like asparagus?
What is asparagus?
It's like a long thing, and it's
No,
green. It's like a vegetable. It's really good. No.
I like a little bit of asparagus. Just
I
a little
love
taste.
asparagus.
All this talk about food is making us all very hungry.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
I'm gonna order something.
Okay.
Hmm.
She's trying to take you guys away from me.
No, I want to
We're fine.
stay.
We're fine.
See what I have to put up with.
You're
I
fine.
Right over our friends.
Take all her
Like
friends
always
away
trying
from
to take
her.
us away.
2 minutes.
She likes to keep everyone to herself.
Oh man, I want to be safe. I like to watch.
Too soon. Too soon. I'm jumping the gun here.
You're jumping the gun.
Jumping the gun.
Maybe you're being ready.
She's just being
Well, that
ready.
smells good in here.
It does smell good in here, doesn't it? Mm-hmm.
We're making
Making Irish nachos. They probably won't be done by the time you have to leave. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Smells like
It's
popcorn.
kind of like a watch pot never boils type of thing.
Well, you have to watch it and watch it for one
Sitting
time
here
and never
and
go
waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's just
Smells good.
smells good, but it's not cooking.
Yeah, it's not cooking.
It's not done
Are you
yet.
guys watching it then?
Burns everything. It's not done yet. That's not done yet.
It's not.
Oh,
It might be though. I might end up just
flipping it.
flipping it.
To make it
Anyway,
taste like
Check it now. Maybe it might be ready.
Yeah, it might be.
Well, this one is
Maybe go flip it.
but
Oh, boy. At least you know it's
can
ready.
you get me a
Sure.
paper plate, please?
Me?
Yeah.
From the break room, right?
No, just right here. Aren't there paper plates right here?
Right here?
Or- yeah.
They're small.
It's okay.
You need a couple of them?
No, just one. It's just to take my casualty out here. This one is too thin.
Too thin, too
So
fat.
I guess if the thinner they are,
The cooker.
the faster
The
they
faster
will
they
cook.
cook.
Yeah.
So we're going to just flip these over. Oh yeah.
Those are good.
They're ready for sure.
You can
You just have to work at it a little bit.
Yeah. Oopsie.
Oh, no.
It's all right.
I'll take them apart.
It's all right. It's still gonna taste good. It will, I promise.
I know. They'll still taste good even when they're broken. Those look good.
Man, tater tots were like so back in the day. Oh my goodness.
The what?
The tater tots, we used to have them at school.
Oh, those were good.
I like
Either
tater
the
tots.
fries or was it?
The schools were always the bomb.
Oh yeah, and the cookies at the schools were always the
Yeah.
chocolate chip cookies.
Everybody had chocolate cookies all the time at school.
Mhm.
These smell good.
This is not working.
Uh-oh. You might have to take one with your hand.
This thing is slippery.
They're very flippy.
There we go.
There we go.
Come on, get off of there.
Yeah, really.
They're hibernating.
Everybody has been.
A bad girl. No. I'm just kidding. Everybody's hibernating.
Has been really good with just
Waiting.
hanging out, doing activities here,
And watching you.
watching me, participating in the live streams.
Uh-huh.
This one's done too. And
See how to make outer
just been really helpful and positive, and it's been a really nice environment to be in lately. Just with
Do they
everybody
go-
just being in a good mood with all
Can you
the
get these from
stuff
Ireland
going
too?
on. I don't know.
No, I'm just
We'll have to
wondering.
look it up.
No, okay.
I'm sure you can.
I'm just wondering, that's all.
There's some Irish pubs in Seal Beach too.
Yeah.
Are there?
I went there, I had their fish and chips. The fish was like this big.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I had to split half with Nicholas.
What about the
It was
chips?
huge. I'm not
Did
gonna eat a fat piece by myself.
you
No
have
way.
did you have to flip the switch? Did you have to share the chip?
I don't think that's gonna need another 20
Okay.
minutes. Those are almost done.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave them in for a few more minutes, let them cook a little bit on the other side, and then we're gonna sprinkle the cheese on there,
Uh-huh.
and I'll show you guys what they should look like after you sprinkle the cheese on there. You know, I think I'm gonna do it in a smaller
Then
pan. Excuse me, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Just so,
like that pan?
yeah, maybe.
Maybe you could get them all in that pan.
And I'll split it up between the four of you guys,
Yeah.
and then we'll discontinue our live stream, and I'll finish cooking up
Whatever's
Rest
left.
of them.
whatever's left, and we'll give you the review on Tuesday. Let you guys know how it was, because once they come out of the oven, they're gonna have to cool. It's gonna take too long for
Them the cool and everything.
yeah.
So you might
They have to be cool. They don't want us to eat it and burn our mouth with it.
Right, no, definitely.
That would be bad.
That'll be really bad. That'll be sad.
Definitely we don't want that.
That'll be sad. You know that? In your mouth, that'll be sad.
It would be sad.
That's better.
Oh.
Like that. Cover the whole pan.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So I covered the pan.
Make it nice and neat.
Make it nice and neat. I have 3 pans of this stuff going.
Oh, God.
I'll bring you guys some more if you want more.
I know, I would.
Me too.
I want to try some.
So let's see. There we go. So see, nice and covered.
Nice and covered.
Nice and covered.
Nice and pretty stylish.
All pretty. You could reflect the sun with it.
Uh-huh.
think that they're pretty much done.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, they look
It
pretty
seems
good.
pretty mushy.
Poke a fork through it and see. That's the only way
Oh,
to
they
tell.
were done. They were done. 48 seconds.
Aw.
We'll wait 48, give them another 48 seconds to,
And then we'll have to be out and then we have to
and then I'll
Take
put
'em
some
out.
cheese on it. The bacon,
bacon.
pop them back in there, let it melt. It's only gonna take a second for all that to melt together.
Mhm.
We'll serve it up. Let you guys see what it looks like all finished.
Mhm.
And then
You're done.
we'll say goodbye.
Then we'll say bye-bye.
All right?
Mhm.
Sounds good. So, and then, oh,
What the heck was that?
That was
The pan.
the pan in the oven.
Oh my God.
It's
no, that's just that they do that when they
Yeah.
get hot. They kind of,
Yeah, I know ours does that too.
Yeah. I'll make sure it doesn't ruin the pan.
Oh, the pan went.
yeah.
But
So
it ruined
here
the
we
pan,
go. So here's the nachos here. The potatoes are nice and golden brown. So we're going to just transfer them over here. Just because I don't want to waste too much of the cheese on the pan. I'm gonna try to bunch them together a little bit better. Them all
Be good.
that. Kind of like how nachos are stacked together. I'm kind of doing the same thing with these, where I'm
That's
Not
what
what
the
you
getting
Yeah.
them really close together, overlapping them just a little bit.
Yep. No, I'm trying not to make them touch too much, but
Yeah, we don't
Not
want
that somebody be on there.
No, just us. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way so I don't
burn yourself.
burn myself. That would be
Oh,
good.
that'd be better.
Let that pan cool for a second.
Yep.
So now we're gonna take these.
I guess the oven's still on.
Yes, it has to be on still.
Cool it off.
So we're gonna put some cheese
All over the,
all over those.
Scatter it.
all over the
You're gonna
potatoes.
just kind of scatter it around, sprinkle it like
So,
glitter.
like glitter. But we're not eating glitter.
Oh, those would be so good.
Oh my God. Wait, We're gonna be good.
You skipped one.
Let me see. Feeling the heat through the pan of these hot potatoes.
Uh-oh.
Potatoes hold on to heat for a really
Really long time.
Hence the hot potato.
No, it's like hot potato.
Like they have Mr. Potato Head, but I don't know what happened to that. I don't see those
I
anymore.
don't either.
Yeah, I see them every once in a while.
Online, I see them.
All right. So we got those.
Uh-huh. Sprinkle some a little of that.
Bacon.
Bacon bits.
Bits. Bacon bits. You don't want to need those bacon bits.
Should I put these on now too?
Yeah,
Try.
might as well throw them in there.
Just throw
Yeah,
them in
because
there.
when the cheese melts,
Can you pick them off, or do you want some of the next batch?
On the next batch, I don't want any.
Okay. Well, there's some on here that don't have any. Here, look, this whole side. I'll make this whole side without any.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
The
you.
one,
You're welcome.
well, the other side is, I want some. I want to
Okay.
take them all.
You want it all.
yeah, me
Want it
too.
all.
All right. We're going
Coming out
to
good.
put
It's
this
coming out
in,
good.
and you only put it in long enough for everything to kind of heat up.
Okay.
But once the cheese melts, oh my God.
It's good.
It's going to look so nice with those green onions.
Hi. Go
Hi,
ahead.
Maria.
Go ahead.
We're allowed to do that now?
I'll talk to you about that in a second.
Okay.
So we'll wait for everything to melt down. Oh, these are dry, so I can put these away in our sharps drawer.
No, nobody will touch them.
And I'm locking it up.
Yeah, so it won't be touched.
Oh, I can't pull it. Oh.
See, you locked them up. They
I
had
locked it up. And I hide the key.
Special key.
Okay, but you can't bring this every day. Nobody can bring food that needs to be warmed up.
Linda, I'll update you on that in a second.
Okay, well, update Martha too, okay?
Wonderful Ellen rules.
How's the nachos coming?
Almost done.
Looking good.
With this
Green
batch.
onions, cheese.
I'll throw the rest in.
Oh,
They can go have their lunch after.
You cannot come and heat the food yourself. I already told you too many times.
Okay, wait. I'm live streaming. I told her it was okay because I couldn't do it right now.
Well, no. They told her at the beginning they cannot get heat right here.
But I just
Why
said it's okay
she
right
do
now.
so special only for her?
Once, can we talk about this later?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Tammy, can you get me some plates?
yeah.
Thank you.
You need 2 more?
Just it'll be 4 plates.
For them.
One, 2, 3,
4.
Perfect.
Yay! Right on, girl.
Right on the money, I grabbed it.
Right on the money.
That was impressive.
Yep. You can have the cheese off that thing.
I don't want the cheese to melt on these little
Dang
things.
it, yeah.
It'll never come off.
They'll never come
I'll
up
be
again.
scraping cheese off of that for weeks. All right.
Let's see how they are going.
Oh.
Wow. They're looking good.
That looks good.
Yep.
I think they're pretty much done. What do you guys think?
They look melted.
It looks good. It looks they're almost done.
Oh, I see the cheese bubbling.
Yeah, I can
Let me
the
see.
thing.
Let me see.
I can see
I'm
them
coming.
bubbling.
I'm coming.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
There it is.
Wow.
Some Irish nachos for you.
Whoa, wow, I love
Oh, I
that.
smell it. It smells so good.
So, I should probably keep this on.
Yes.
Unless you want to burn your hand.
Not much you want to burn your skin.
So here. So there's that. Do you want sour cream on yours?
Yeah,
All right, a little bit of sour cream,
yeah, I like sour cream.
Yeah, not a spoon.
a little dollop of daisy.
That's good.
There's also the tube of that, too.
Yeah.
Have a tube.
They have a tube.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it. I've
toothpaste,
seen the
too.
television on too. They have a tube. You can squeeze it and then
Yeah.
it comes out.
I like
I've
to
seen
eat
it
those
like
old
that.
school.
It's really good.
They look really good, Linda.
All right, so I'm just stirring up the sour cream a little bit. Put a little dollop on there,
Thank you.
and there you have it, Irish nachos, 1 down.
Thank you. Can I go now?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Or eat it here.
Whatever.
It's gonna be too hot to eat right now. Go ahead and go to your seat.
I'm gonna move down from this chair.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Sour cream?
Yes, please.
There you go.
Thank you. Ooh, yummy. Oh, I'll put on another plate.
That's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
Sour cream.
Thank you.
Sour cream. My helper, she's sitting here waiting. Do you want more sour cream now, or is that good?
A little more.
Sorry, Andrea.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Sorry, I just wanted to.
Thank you.
Since my cook here should have gotten the first.
I'll put it.
Put another plate on top. That's what I get. Keep it warm.
Get it over there.
You need to go to your class.
Yay!
All right.
Yeah, this is my last.
No, don't move this.
Oh, sorry.
All righty. And there you go with sour cream on it. That's how you make Irish nachos. Hopefully everybody enjoys them. And
Thank you.
we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.